It's still thinking.
Is it trying to go live?
Yeah, but I still don't have... Oh, there's the comments. Okay, so maybe... Alright, can you go put a comment?
Are you live?
I'm live. Okay, yeah, hopefully somebody's come back. They moved everything. Oh my gosh. Facebook, what did you do? Okay. Oh, well. All right, guys. All right, I'm back. Hey, Patricia. Oh my gosh, Facebook cannot stop changing things. Hey, Goldie. Thank you for being patient, guys. They've changed the things again. I mean, it was like, okay, why are they... Don't fix what's not broken. Right?
Are you seeing it?
Yeah, I can see it now. Okay. Can y'all hear me okay?
I hear you just fine.
Okay, perfect. Yay! Thumbs up. Alright, so we have 5 viewers, 4 viewers, and alright, so Patricia, so what we're doing on this show is it's Crystal Conversations, and one of our co-creators, I think it was either Goldie or maybe Maribel. No, Goldie, I think it was you. You suggested, yeah, thank you. We look at working on grids, and so we thought that it would be kind of interesting if we would all come together and share our experiences with making grids. And I don't know what your experience has been, Patricia, with grids before in the past. I've done a few. I hear some. I actually have some that are just set up in the house, more protection and abundance. And then I activate them. I have a flower of life in the dining room. Hey, Sharon, how you doing, hon? Yeah, so Sharon, we're talking about grid work tonight. It was Goldie. I'm going to call everyone's a co-creator on this this live, so it's not about me in any way. You have done some. Okay, all right. So this is the plan, Patricia, and it's a loose plan. So if you're willing, delve into it. If not, then it's not a big deal. So this is what we thought about doing. So today is, as you know, the 20th, and the full moon is April 26th. The pink moon, right? Hey, yes, I can see your comments. I can. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Yep, I can see your comments. Lucinda, thank you for joining. Okay. Yeah, okay. I haven't gotten that I don't know, experience at them yet. I just usually print them out online. There's so many out there, right? And there's some beautiful examples. I've seen some that are etched in glass. I've seen some that are wooden, ceramic. Yeah, I mean, you can just go on and on. I've seen some that are freeform, or not freeform, free-flowing, I guess you would say. Not on anything, they just build the grid. And I don't know that anyone's right or wrong, you know, and just, you know, I usually wing it in a lot of ways. But someone mentioned that, yeah, I know, I do too. They're actually very meditative too. So hey, Elise, so they actually kind of like set an intention. It's a deliberate act, right? So and I think that that's really important when you are doing any type of magical work. And I'm gonna have to say that I think crystals have a lot of magic in them. Ooh, oh wow, nice. I cannot wait to do that with my property. We're looking at, oh, the flower of life. Yeah, I have a flower of life. I've not tried the Metatron cube yet. No, but I can certainly see where that would be appealing. Oh, nice. See, these are amazing ideas, guys. Keep them going, because I think that's really important for everyone that's on the show with us, is to get some ideas and to understand, where do you come up with these ideas, and is it something that you intuitively decide on, or do you pull from books or other people that you've had discussions with? How did you devise your grid? And so next Monday is the pink full moon, and y'all can look up the reasoning behind the pink full moon. But what I got out of the pink full moon was that it's a reawakening and out of hibernation, and it's a cycle of rebirth. So to me, that's what I honed in on. Intuitive. Okay, so Patricia does intuitive. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Absolutely. It was Goldie's idea, so I'm going to give it credit where it's due. We have some amazing people on the show, Patricia. And I have to tell everyone, I want a disclaimer out there. I'm not an expert. I'm not going to profess to be one. Everyone here probably has just as much or more experience as me on working with crystals. And so I think it's just an amazing opportunity for us all to come together and just share our experiences. And because we can't meet in person, there's not a whole lot of us that are, close to each other. Like Ellen is in Canada. Hello, Ellen. Thank you for joining. Yeah. And Ellen, I know that you would probably be one that could have an experience with your grid next Monday I would love to hear about on Tuesday. Oh, why? Yeah. Okay, so Lucinda, preparation and putting yourself in the right mindset I think is also key. It's just like any other ritual. You're preparing your space. Hey, Linda. Hey, I'm so happy you joined us. I'm so happy you joined. So it's like preparing your space, getting your mind set, calm, cool, collected, and methodical. And of course, being open to missteps. Because nothing's going to go perfect. You have to accept that. But just working with, your own energy and how it connects with the crystals, and intuitively set the crystals on the grid, and then when it doesn't look right, you move it until you can see and feel that the energy lines, I'm going to call them ley lines, where the crystals are just like singing, they're just in harmony with each other. I think that, but meditating and then asking for guidance, whatever higher power you call upon, we all have them, and they don't need a name. They're just omnipresent, and the one, the universal one. It's just coming together and knowing that there's something more above, beyond us than we are out there. Oh no. Okay, but you know what, Ellen? I have a opportunity to have crystals at my beck and call, but I've seen some amazing grids with flowers, and Ellen, you have a beautiful garden, so even if you pull a stone out of your driveway, and it's of the earth, it doesn't necessarily need to be anything that is yeah, I know, absolutely. You call it divine energy. Yeah, absolutely. It's something above us, something that I'm always seeking, and I know and I recognize that I am not going to be, I cannot be successful without the support of a higher power. It's just impossible. And I know that there's a lot of people that don't recognize that and don't embrace that, and that's fine. I'm not trying to convert anyone. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, I would love for more people to join us, because I think this is a really cool platform for everyone. That's my biased opinion, of course. But with y'all's collaboration and influence, I really think that this is something that's going to be beneficial for everyone, because I think what I really wanted to do with this platform more than anything is to take away people's hesitancy about working with crystals, and empower them to be able to work with the crystals they have and not feel like they're underrated themselves, or they're not experienced enough, they don't know what they're doing to be able to work with them. I really don't think that that's true. Okay, so here we go. Linda is setting hers up on a Flower of Life grid base using pink tourmaline in the middle, rose quartz, rhodonite, pink thulite. Oh my gosh, Linda. Guys, if you can, we're going to have to figure out how you can post your pictures. That, I would love to see everyone's grid. Okay, yeah. So Ellen, and then your flowers, hon. You've got amazing garden. So anything like that, I think is, would be a wonderful grid. Yeah. Oh, okay, yep. So I'm using a Lemurian quartz for my grid too. So I agree. This is going to be my center point, my anchor, I guess you could say. Everything that gravitates towards in the middle. Yeah. Oh, tag me. Yeah. Absolutely. Ah, absolutely. That's perfect. Yeah, I would love to do that. I would absolutely do that. So, so what I'm planning on doing, guys, and just let me run this by you and see what you think. So tonight we're going to talk about, like Linda's already shared how she's going to put together her grid. But Linda, what I really like to know, and more than that too, is what your intentions are for the grid, for the pink full moon. And then, okay, yep. You're still working on the intention and placement now that I know which crystals want to be used. Yeah, so, and there's no right or wrong way to do this, guys. You can choose the crystals first, the intention, then the grid, the intention, the crystals, the intention, the crystals, grid. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So it's whatever you come up with, and if you change your mind, then change your mind. I mean, there's no failure point. That's one thing I want to make sure you understand. You're not going to fail at this. Whatever the grid ends up being is what it was meant to be. And the purity of your thoughts and what's in your heart is what's going to make it that more special. So when the pink full moon comes on Monday and you give some time and meditate like Lucinda does, try and set your intentions, get your mindset and write. I know, they do. Okay, so I'm going to show you, this is a book that I have. It's Judy Hall's Crystal Grids, the ultimate guide to crystal grids. So the one that I've chosen is Solomon's Seal, or better known as a hexagram. Let me show you. It's a hexagram. So I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Wendell has put together some, we're going to have better technology next week so that we can get some really close-up. Oh, I know. I'm sure you are. Man, this... Yeah, so Ellen, I mean, even if it's just cutting up, making hearts out of paper and, coloring them, it's the thought that really counts. It doesn't have to be a crystal. Not at all, Ellen. So, that connection is what matters. The intention. So it's not what you have. Truly it's not. And I'm very fortunate to where I can, go shopping, if I don't have what I need or what I think I need. These are Herkimer Diamonds. Ellen, these are Herkimer Diamonds. If y'all don't know this, Ellen's maiden name is Herkimer. She comes from, her ancestry is Herkimer Diamonds. She is royalty, guys. If you haven't ever seen a Herkimer Diamond, you can appreciate the fact that Ellen comes from royalty. So these little guys, they're not, they're imperfect, but Wendell and I dug them up out of the ground, so they're just amazing for me. So yeah, so things like that. Just gather what you have around you. This guy's trying to get away. I'm gonna have to move my camera. Okay, sorry. You know, like these citrines were in my collection. I have some black jasper Shiva lingams. And I have to tell you, these are not mine. These are the Triscolatices. I was called to use Aqua Aura. I've never used Aqua Aura before in any work of mine. So I'm kind of compelled and kind of perplexed as to why I'm being called to use these. Right? I don't know if y'all do any Aura quartz. I think that they're amazing. I mean, they're gas infused, so they are altered, of course, but they're not. They can become, you know, when I say altered, they're gas infused. So there is some complexity added to them and a little bit more interest added to the crystal. But I've never had any inclination to use them before, so I'm kind of interested to see how my grid's going to turn out. So we'll see. And then, oh yeah, and then this is what I was going to, I showed Elise. This is my Lemurian. Right, so this guy's just got some beautiful, I mean, beautiful pieces to him. I mean, there's just, you just turn them around and there are just so many other interesting things about him. But I'm sure y'all have. Okay, yep. Make it easier. I will be using rose quartz, green aventurine, and aura coated tumbles. And so when you say according to chakra guide, what is that, Lucinda? If you can share that with us. What does that mean? Yep. Angel and energy. Okay, yeah. So this is what I was thinking too when I first was called to use these. It immediately made me think of a higher power, Lucinda, and so that really plays into my whole. I'm going to call it a theme, for lack of a better word. So I need balance and temperance right now. I need to be able to find that quality of life, you know, where you're hardworking, but I need to also play hard too, and I don't have that. And so I think that the pink full moon is going to be really important jump for me, a foot forward, and able to do that. So what I came up with on the Solomon seal is that it's a unification of opposing forces, and I thought, okay, I am struggling right now to find balance in my life. So that to me, it really it resonated. That grid of the Solomon seal. Think, okay, that was poignant, and then I thought, okay, if I can set my intention for the pink full moon to bring more balance into my life. Oh yeah, okay, in the sense of colors. Gotcha. Sorry. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Makes perfect sense. So, and then I just started looking at different crystals, and I do like divination. You know, I try and, you know, just look through a book and like, okay, like I landed on citrine. You know, citrine is one that I'm using. So, and then just start, you know, going through my collection and just trying to pull out those stones that I think, okay, this is what's calling me right now. So let's see what Goldie's saying. Alright, so Goldie, you feel like your attention should be healing from old emotional wounds which have made themselves known recently, and healing myself of old angers and resentments, and to bring more empathy and love into my life. Oh no, that's Linda. Okay, so Linda. Wow, that is you're gonna cry, Linda. I think you're gonna cry on Monday. Yeah. When that grid is activated and when you set your intention, and I think they're gonna be good tears. You know, I don't think it's going to be tears. You know, there might be tears of sadness, because then you're relinquishing, you know, the past. There's always sadness in that, even if the memory is bad. You know, sometimes it marks a chapter in your life and you have to move on. But I do think that this is going to be a really amazing grid for you on Monday. Okay, so Goldie's going to anchor her grid with Tiger Eye. I almost picked Tiger Eye, and my mind went to Tiger Eye, but then I'm like, I couldn't put it into action. So I think my next grid needs to include Tiger Eye, but I just couldn't reconcile it. Half polished, half raw, and surround it with rays of citrine. Oh wow, oh, that sounds beautiful. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, I can see your solar plexus getting healed too. So I don't know what your intention is going to be, but I really think that it's going to be something that you're going to see some definite improvements. Yeah, oh, you're right, Linda. Okay, a Solomon seal. You recently come across this. Yeah, so it's actually a pretty powerful seal. I've used it in magic before. So the hexagram, I mean, and of course it has triangles, so I'm in. You know, when you mention triangles, I'm in. Wendell and I bought some property, and it was because it was in a triangle shape. I mean, it's just like I was compelled. I'm like, okay, this is the property for me. It turned out to be a little bit more challenging because it was a triangle, but yeah, I'm drawn to it. Whenever I do a blessing, I do it in the shape of a triangle, always. Okay. Okay, old anger. I know it, man. It's amazing what will bubble up, right? It's just like, I thought that was gone. Where did that come from? Oh. So, which grandmother, Goldie? Was it on your... Oh, on your maternal grandmother. Okay. Yeah. I can't tell you enough how much I've worked with my ancestors. I wouldn't be here. I mean, none of us would be here without them, of course. But all their struggles, all their joys and their tribulations and their pain and their trials, I mean, that's what, it comes through your blood. I mean, absolutely. There's no denying the fact that genetically our genes carry more than just the color of our eyes. You know, it's the essence of our soul. You know, what we feel is in direct relation to some of the ancestral wounds that have been before us. And they say that when you are healed, you heal your ancestors as well, because you've carried forward their wounds. So, yeah, I think this is a wonderful opportunity, Goldie, for you to connect with your grandmother and, you know, maybe put to rest some of the pain that she felt in the past. At the same time, healing, you know, something that's occurred to you because of I'm going to call them a contract that may have happened in the past, and it's just been carried forward. You know, breaking that cycle, I think, is really important for all of us. And it's difficult sometimes. I can imagine it is. But I think it is important for all of us to recognize that what we happened. Oh yeah, generational traumas. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's really, really important. Let's see who. So let me see. So Ellen, you're planning it now. So not to put you on the spot, hun. Is there anything that you're feeling is like the first thought of what your grid should be? And, you know, keep in mind that the full moon's extremely powerful too. We have the energy of the feminine energy, you know, and then the fact is that the tides are changing. It's full of, you know, the water element. And then, you know, soon after that, we go to a dark moon, which is where, you know, it's void, of course. And then, you know, you hibernate, and then we start the cycle all over again. So the full moon, from a ritual standpoint, is a perfect time to set intentions, and then, you know, you give it 30 days for it to build and come to fruition for the next full moon. And so, it's cyclical, of course. I mean, that's pretty transparent. But just having that opportunity, and because everything's just coming in perfectly, right? I mean, we're going to do the grid on Monday, and then share our experiences on Tuesday. Yeah. So, Linda, what I think of with pink, I mean, it's a really soft color. So if you're healing old wounds, then I mean, maybe it is something that you need to take this soft touch with, not be too hard on yourself or others, just embrace, just have that maternal, compassionate, energy and love, and the feelings, of course, and then just recognize that we all make mistakes, and sometimes it's I'm not going to say that you should forget. I'm forgiving. I mean, I think that sometimes it keeps it from being something that you're attached to, that anger. You relinquish that attachment. You may not hold it in your mind as often. Oh, wow. Okay, so listen to this. This is so cool, Patricia. All right, so she did a healing, sending Reiki to her mom through her invisible umbilical cord, right? And then to her mother, and then back generation to generation. It looked like a flowering vine of connection. Oh my gosh, Patricia. Wow. That must have been so awesome. Yeah. Our minds can connect so easily to spirit, our own internal spirit, when we allow ourselves to embrace that. I think so many people, and I don't think any of us on this call right now are like that, but they're hesitant about that connection, and so they don't get to experience what you did. And I think that's just amazing. Thank you so much, Patricia, for sharing that. Ooh, yes. Oh, okay. So, Ellen. Okay. Yeah, hon, that is something to maintain calmness and positivity. Absolutely, hon. Oh, she's passed. Okay, well, she's still experiencing it, though. Oh, Ellen. If you don't mind, I would love to be able to say some prayers for you. It's I had a teacher once tell me that you never give blessing to someone unless it's of their of either their request or if they're willing, because it removes free will in a lot of ways. So if you'd like, I mean, I would personally be honored if I could do some blessings for you remotely. Of course, I mean, you're in Canada, but if you don't mind. Hey, Sarah, welcome. So we're talking about the grid that we're going to do next Monday. So next Monday is the pink full moon, and we're planning the grids that we're going to put together. Each one of us are going to put our own individual grid. We're preparing, whatever items we have. You can use flowers, rocks. You can do paper cutouts, crystals. Yeah, it's unlimited. Yarn. There's no right or wrong way to build a grid, for one thing. And you can use. I'm going to actually I don't think I'm going to print out anything. I'm just going to build a Solomon seal, and then place my crystals around that, and then I'm going to get we have some flowers blooming in the garden, so I'm going to use some flowers. But that's going to be for Monday. And then on Tuesday, we're going to come back next Tuesday and share our experiences. Because it is a full moon, it's an opportunity for us to, place some intentions for the next full moon. And then, just give some feedback on how we felt like it went. Could we have changed anything for the next time, or what was our experiences. So I would love for you to join us on that, Sarah, if you have time. So that's going to be next Monday. It's when the pink full moon is. And then next Tuesday is when we come back with feedback. So, yeah, if you'd like to. No pressure, but I think it might be fun. Oh, Alan. Yeah. Hon, I am so sorry. I really am. I've never had to struggle with that. So I can't even... I know people are sympathetic, and I certainly am. But I can't feel your pain. So all I can do is offer, kindness. Ooh, fire. Yes. I like that idea, Goldie. Yeah, so whenever I do a ritual, I always have candles. Yeah, so to me that does set the intention. And you could actually do like watchtowers. Maybe have, candles on, four corners. I think Elise was mentioning that she set the archangels up, north, south, east, and west. So yeah, candles are an amazing addition. Yeah. I don't think there's any, nothing that's held back, or it's a no. Yeah, Sarah, I would love for you to do that, and I definitely am looking forward to hearing about your experience. Yeah, that's something that, I don't know, I know that everyone has a different experience and approach and circumstance, so what you're going to feel and see and experience is going to be totally different than mine. And so I think that the more that we share and are willing to share, then the more insight we can give each other. And then that just, one idea connects to another idea. And then before you know it, we're building this collective, and it's the ideas are just boundless. Yeah, so now I'm going to have candles on mine. I'm going to write that down. I was actually thinking about having... smoky quartz is one of my crystals too, but I haven't come up with the right crystals yet. So I'm not sure about that yet. But I do know I want it to be a cycle of rebirth. I want it to be able to... I talk a lot about balance and, opposing forces and things like that, but I need to stop talking about it and start doing it and setting my intention. Magic, which I'm going to consider a grid, it's you actually have to work at it. The universe is going to help you, but you just can't sit back and say, okay, I had this thought, now you got your marching orders. It doesn't work that way. You actually have to work it and work at it. And us preparing like this, setting the intention, even things small like before you set your grid, take a shower, go through a ritual for yourself, act like you're going on a date, get your hair fixed, you brush your teeth, set the room, you don't want to have a dirty room, clean the table off, ask for your family not to bother you, you're doing some serious work here, so you need to have focus. So things like that. I think that all of that sets the tone and the mood, if you will, of how the seriousness is being implied with the work, and I think the universe appreciates that, and I think it's at that point it's kind of willing to participate and assist you, and of course leave a blessing and an offering. If you're gonna call in spirits to help you. Whether it be your ancestors, Goldie and Linda, if y'all want to, heal ancestral wounds, you might want to consider bringing in your ancestors to help. And of course, you want to give them, an offering, whether it be whatever their favorite beverage is, maybe some candies, a little bit of flowers, the candles too, I think are really nice. And then just, call upon them to help you, setting the grid, activating it, and, watching over it with you, and, setting the intention, and then releasing it to the universe. So it certainly is not going to hurt, if you have a crew helping you. You just want to make sure that it's all of the best intention. You don't want to, that crotchety old uncle we all have in our closet, in our back, in our ancestry. If he's going to come in and, sour the mood, then I wouldn't invite him. But anyone that, is willing to, help with a positive intention, help you achieve whatever you're trying to, whatever your goal is, then yeah, I think that there's no reason you shouldn't invite your ancestors to the process. My ancestor table is right over there. Yes, absolutely, yeah. I keep my ancestor altar up all the time, and I switch out their candies every now and then. I give them coffee and some wine, light candles for them, and to just thank them for giving birth to me. All of them combined through that dynasty is why I'm here, and their love and their strength and their wisdom and their power runs through my veins. So I think it's really important that we remember that. And some of them I don't even know. I've never met, but I know that they exist. So just giving them that, that honorable title of ancestor, or even grandmother and grandfather, even if they're, a third cousin. That I think the title of grandmother and grandfather is a title of honor, and then I just think it encompasses, so many other people. And when I journey, I have some spirit guides that I work with, but the ones that are in human form, I call them human form. I call them grandmother and grandfather, even though I don't know that they're truly of my blood, but they're of my spiritual lineage, which is just as important. I'm rambling here. So let's see. I want to see who else has some ideas for their grids. Anyone else on that would like to share with some of the crystals that they're going to be using, or a grid? You can go online and look at the grids. You can actually probably type in Google, grid for, what is this? Okay, so let me see. They have grids for everything. Mental clarity, removing a headache, support during a serious illness. Ellen, look up Merkaba. Yeah, look up Merkaba. Yeah, I just landed on this, Ellen. It's called support during serious illness. So it's the Merkaba. So yeah, you can put, of course, you realize I've used crystals on myself, on my body, and then others doing crystal healings. But yeah, putting yourself in a grid-like form is just as powerful, right? I'm sure y'all have experienced it, and even just in maybe the simplest form. If you've laid down and put a crystal on your forehead, is one crystal a grid? I think so. It could qualify as a grid. Why not, right? You don't need an elaborate display, I don't think, to consider it a grid. I think there's a lot that we can do that would be just as powerful with one crystal as it would be with many. Okay, so Patricia's thinking about doing a large grid with a golden calcite sphere in the center. Oh wow. It may not fit proportionately, right? Yeah, it has to flow, right? It does have to flow. I appreciate that. I need to unpack and look at my crystals with fresh eyes. Oh yeah, Patricia just moved. Well, I don't know how long it's been, Patricia, but I'm sure if you're like me, you probably have a lot of unpacking still to do. But yeah, a sphere. I didn't even think about choosing a sphere, but I can see. So the fact is that it's round, and the sphere itself, I mean, it's the energy is completely balanced, right? It doesn't have more influence on any one direction. So it just completely encompasses it because it's a whole. You know, it's whole. There's no unbroken lines. So yeah, I like that. Oh, and one another thing, Joe, I was going to show you is I plan on using. This is an intention setter that I used to make. I used to sell these. So it's temperance, and I made this for you know, setting intentions. But it's called temperance, which is all about what I'm looking for this next full moon. So I plan on setting sacred space with a spray, so you might want to think about that too. I don't know if you have any type of smell. You can use incense, you know, or candles, or even, you know, let's see, you can use your fingers, setting, you know, a sacred space that way. You know, just any type of direction, just knowing that it's a space that's enclosed and is protected. Okay, so she's moved for 2 months ago. So yeah, I would still be in unpacking mode. I mean, just because once you put it up, if you're like me, I mean, it's there permanently, at least for a long time. I don't ever shift my decor around. Yeah, I'm not that type of person. I don't rearrange my furniture or anything like that either. So once I put something on the wall, it pretty much is there until I'm no longer in that space. So I want to make sure it's right. That's what I'm trying to say. I try not to rush it, because you know, it is your home. You need the flow. You know, you need to make sure that everything's cohesive and in harmony. Because I can actually go to people's homes and you can tell that, you know, their house is discordant. You know, just by how they have it set up. Not maybe so much the people that are in there, but how they're, okay. You selenite wand, right. To direct and focus your intention. So that's perfect. That's a really good idea. I actually have some selenite sticks. I have some down there. I'm not sure what I'm going to use. I really have to think about that. I do have a wand that I made, but I don't think it's the right wand for this. I really don't think it is. But I do need something to direct and focus the intention, but I also want something to activate it. So I do have a special crystal, and let me show you. 1 second. Okay, so this is my my Isis Point clear quartz crystal. I got this when we were in Arkansas. So it's an Isis Point. So it's the 5-sided. I use this to activate my my grids. So I touch each crystal, and you know, with the intention in mind. You know, I want to make sure that my mind is clear and focused, like Patricia is suggesting. She uses selenite wand to draw her space. So I would use this. You know, draw your space. Make sure your enclosure is protected and pure. You know, only positive energy is welcome in that area. And then, you know, set your crystals. You know, and I would suggest you do it in a meditative approach. Don't rush it. You know, take some time. You know, think about your intention, vocalize it, you know, or say it, you know, in your mind, depending on, you know, how you feel. If there's people around you, you know, you may not want to say it out loud. You don't want to give anyone an opportunity to throw negative thoughts towards it. And then, you know, just activate it, you know, touch each crystal. Don't rush it, you know, because each one needs its own special time and introduction to the grid. They're not supporting characters. You know, each one of them is going to have a role, and they're going to have to do their part. Even the smallest crystal, you know, so even like this little guy has just as much importance as this big guy, at least in my mind. So they all have a reason to be there. So just think about that as you're putting them out, and then when they're all together, you're just going to go through in whatever direction you feel called to go in. If it's following a certain pattern, maybe go to the left, maybe go to the right, maybe go on the inside, depending on your grid. You just need to make sure you're following your intuition. And above all, know you're not doing it wrong. Whatever happens, you're doing it right. And then activate it. And then, sit quietly, I would say, after it's been put together. And give thanks for the opportunity to put this grid together, because you've created something. I mean, just think about that. I mean, that's something not to be taken lightly. So you've actually built, I would use the word ritual, but that might not fit a lot of people. So you've created an intention, and you've given energy to it, and then you've set it free. You've built it, and now you're releasing it to the universe to help build speed and put strength behind it. So you need to sit and honor that. Okay, yeah, no, Rebecca, there's absolutely, hon, there's no right or wrong way to do this. And we're going to do this on Monday. We're going to do the grid on Monday. So you got plenty of time. Don't stress about it. Absolutely, don't stress, because whatever happens, however it ends up, it's how it was meant to be. So whatever you have handy, we've got suggestions for candles, paper cutouts, like stars or hearts, rocks from your driveway, flowers, crystals, yarn. I mean, you can even be pictures of your family, you know what I mean? So anything, whatever your intention is. Oh yeah, and Linda, yes, what an amazing idea. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it sounds amazing. I love, I'm assuming it's like opera or classical music. Wendell loves that. So we listen to it a lot. I don't recognize a lot of the songs, but he does. But yeah, music, right? And they say it soothes the soul, and it's so true. Yeah, so music is great. Dance, laughter. I mean, there's so many ways that you can set I know the mood is such a trite word, but the atmosphere. Yeah. Oh, hey, Maribel. Seashells. Absolutely. Good idea. I actually have. Someone gifted me with seashells from Michigan. I was like, I don't know what to do with these, but that's a perfect idea. Right? So seashells, it brings in the water element. So for anyone that's looking for to bring in anything with intuition, of course, going with the flow, more buoyant, trying to not be caught up in, I always like to think, don't be caught up in the riptides, just try and be, and without water, there's no substance, so yeah, so seashells, I love that idea. Oh, and pink rock salt. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Goldie actually had a really good suggestion last week, guys. Dollar store, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, whatever you want to have, whatever's near you. They have these charger plates. They're the larger plates, plastic. They have them in like gold and silver. Disposable, so you don't have to worry about ruining a good piece of china or whatever. And then you can just put the grid together anytime. Oh, yeah. Hey, Maribel. How you doing? No, hun. Better late than never. So Maribel is one of the co-creators of this idea. Her and Goldie came up with it. I have to give them, credit for this. They were both ones that were coming and jointly coming up with an idea of working a grid. And it just kind of morphed into what we're doing tonight, and then on Monday, and then on Tuesday. So it's got a three-parter, which I love. So yeah, we're building upon and the energy is being built too. And of course, the more you think about it, the more you set your intention to the universe, and you're putting out the positive, and you're manifesting. So it's all all playing, and it's putting towards that focus that you need. Yeah, absolutely. Music and seashells. And if you dance too, dance is an amazing way to build up energy. So I think do whatever you feel like comes natural to you. And I just want to make sure that everyone understands that no one is going to do it wrong. So Rebecca, please just give into your intuition. Pick what feels right to you, whatever you come across. It could be keys. I mean, for all, the little glass beads that you get out of Michael's, that you put into like vases. Anything can be used as a grid. It doesn't need to be a crystal grid per se. Crystals is what I'm using, and I'm planning on using some flowers. And I'm probably, there's no holds on anything. And we have until Monday to come up with the plan. And even during the plan, we can say, okay, wait, I'm forgetting something, and go to your kitchen and pull out some cloves, the little cloves, and set them in the grid. So don't hold yourself back. I think it's going to be important that whatever you put together and whatever you come up with, it's going to be right. Yeah. So I think the most important thing is your intention. It's the motive behind it. What are you trying to achieve? Spirit knows where our hearts are. So even without all of this, Spirit is still going to be there for us and help us along the way. No, you can't. Absolutely. Yeah, Rebecca, this is your grid, not mine, and only you can dictate your grid. So there's no critical aspect to this or not at all. No criticism. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Maribel, I want to be with you. Maribel's going to do hers on the grid, or her grid on the beach at night. Oh my gosh, I am so envious. Yeah, Ellen, I know. The people on there they're just so amazing. They have so many good ideas. Oh, Maribel, I have done some really powerful things on the beach. Man, you've got the power of the ocean. Oh my gosh. Wow. The roar of the waves, the sky, the stars, the birds. Oh my gosh, Maribel. It's going to be fabulous. I can just see it now. I am so happy for you. That's going to be an amazing experience. Good for you. Yeah, I'll do mine here. You're driving 2 hours to the beach. Oh, wow. You're amazing. You're so amazing. You know what? There are some things in life, a lot of things in life, I think, that the extra effort is all worth it, especially when you want something, intently enough that you can put the effort into it. And I really believe that the universe will bless you in return. So we definitely want a picture, Maribel. So for all of you that are going to do a grid on Monday, please send me your pictures of the grid when you're finished, and I'll post them on our page so we can all share it for Tuesday. So yeah, if you can get it to me by, I don't know, Tuesday, it's 7 p.m. now when we have our show. So if you can get it to me by 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, I should have time to post it on our page. Because I think it's going to be important for us to share, just to, see the wonderful ideas everyone came up with. Oh, I know. I'm telling you, Maribel. And the passion, guys, that's another thing too. I want to just remind y'all too, the more passionate you are about your intention, the more successful it's going to be. So don't be wishy-washy. You know, you've got to support this. It's your idea, your dream, your intuition, your motive, your manifestation. Okay, yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. So put your passion behind it. You know, I mean, say it with force, say it with feeling, put it out there. Let the universe know you mean business, that this is what you want, and you're going to back it. You back it with all of your intention, your spirit, and you know, you own this. So, and then, you know, the success will come right after that. And I have no doubt of that happening. Because I've experienced it myself, where I'm like, oh, I kind of want this. And then the universe is like, okay, kind of. All right, I'm going to check out. You know, I'm going somewhere else. I'm going to go work with somebody that really wants this. And they will. You know, they're not going to, you have to work for this. So letting the universe know how much this means to you, by being passionate and putting the work in, you know, making sure, like I said, the preparation, you know, take a shower, pretend like you're going on a date, you're trying to impress somebody, you're asking for assistance, so you want to look good. Get your, you know, room set up, your little space. You know, if you don't have a, you know, room by yourself, then whatever area you're looking at, you know, make sure the charger is clean. Make sure your candle, you know, is in good repair. You know, all of that makes a difference. So, yeah, I think the spirits appreciate it. I really do. It's like having guests over. You know, you want to put on a good face, you know, represent well. So, and our ancestors are watching too. So, you know, my Aunt Rose might not take kindly to me, you know, having her altar table dirty. So, it's those little things that you got to be aware of. So, okay, well, we are 1 minute to the show ending. So, I am so happy y'all were willing to do this with me tonight. It really means a lot for me to share my experiences with crystals and now grids with y'all. And I hope that you feel the same. And that we're going to learn together and grow together as we evolve and get more ideas about what to do with our crystals, with, you know, our experiences. So I'm really looking forward to next Monday. I try my best to do rituals on the full moons. But this is going to be a special one for me, so I really appreciate y'all suggesting it. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Yeah, no, I'm really happy that we have the platform to do it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, so I'll be thinking of you on Monday. Think of me. I'm going to be sending out positive thoughts and energy to everyone for successful setting up the grid. Just be calm, and it'll go well. Absolutely, it will. I mean, whatever it's supposed to be. Oh, no. Hey, Deb. No, not a problem. Not a problem at all. So just, Deb, if you want to join us next Monday, just put your grid together and for the pink full moon, and we'll talk about it on Tuesday. Yeah, there's no requirements. You can certainly join in for Monday at your house, put your grid together for the pink full moon, and then we'll talk about it on Tuesday. So yeah, not a problem at all. And life before crystals, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm happy that you had class, hon. So that's good. Yeah, knowledge too is important. So thank you again, guys. Yes, Linda, I will definitely. Oh, and everyone said hello to you, Linda. I told everyone that you said hello. We miss you, hon. So hopefully we're going to connect sometime in the future. I know Anne's trying to put together another drum class, so maybe we can see each other soon, building a drum together. That would be cool. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your time. I know it's precious to everyone, so anytime you can give to this this concept is really appreciative. And thank you again, and have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Tuesday. But I'll be thinking of you on Monday, so y'all enjoy the process. Enjoy it. It's going to be amazing. So good night, y'all. Thank you again.